We often think of the heart as a lonely drummer, beating in the dark, isolated from our conscious movements. But there is a specific, almost magical second during a walk when the physics of your blood flow changes completely, transforming from a simple stream into a healing balm. Before we unravel this biological tapestry, I have a curiosity that drives my own journey. From which corner of this vast blue marble are you watching us today? Please, write your city and country in the comments below. I love visualizing where our community extends. There is a profound deception in the act of walking. It feels banal, does it not? We stand, we lean forward, and we catch ourselves before we fall. We repeat this cycle of controlled falling over and over to get from the armchair to the refrigerator, or from the office to the train station. We treat it as a transitional state, a pause between the important moments of our lives. But if your eyes could see beyond the spectrum of visible light, if you could shrink down to the size of a single molecule and stand upon the surface of your own arterial walls, you would witness a cataclysm of biological engineering so sophisticated that it makes our most advanced machines look like stone tools. The heart is often described as a pump, but that word is too mechanical, too cold. It suggests a simple displacement of fluid. In reality, the heart is a conductor of a fluid orchestra. And the act of walking? Walking is not merely the consumption of calories. It is the signal that changes the tempo of the music. Most of us believe that exercise strengthens the heart solely by making it beat faster, like revving an engine to clear out the soot. While elevated heart rate has its merits, the true magic, the phenomenon that explicitly protects you from the ravages of time and disease, happens quietly, in the silence between the beats, through a mechanism of fluid dynamics that few people ever discuss. We are going to explore a concept called shear stress. It sounds dangerous, like something tearing apart, but it is actually the affectionate embrace of physics. It is the moment where the movement of your legs communicates directly with the inner lining of your blood vessels, whispering a chemical command that alters your destiny. This isn't just about fitness. It is about the fundamental maintenance of the human machine. Today, we strip away the cliches of cardio and look at the elegant, undeniable physics of why a simple stroll is the most potent medicine nature ever devised. To understand what happens inside your chest when you walk, we must abandon the tired comparisons of plumbing and pipes. A pipe is a dead thing, rigid, unyielding, indifferent to the water flowing through it. Your arteries are alive. They are responsive. To visualize this, I want you to imagine you are holding a fine antique violin. Picture the bow, made of horsehair, taut and textured. Now, place that bow against the string. If you simply lay it there, nothing happens. There is no sound. There is no resonance. But when you apply pressure and pull the bow across the string, you create friction. That friction is not destructive. It is creative. It causes the string to vibrate, and that vibration resonates through the wooden body of the instrument, creating music. This is exactly what happens in your blood vessels when you walk. When you are sedentary, sitting at a desk or on a couch, your blood flow is sluggish. It is like the violin bow resting motionless on the string. The blood pools, it eddies, it lacks direction. But the moment you stand and begin to walk, the demand for oxygen rises. The heart pushes the blood with slightly more force, and the velocity of the fluid increases. As the red blood cells rush through your arteries, they physically drag against the inner walls of the vessel, known as the endothelium. This dragging sensation, this friction, is what scientists call laminar shear stress. Think of it like polishing a piece of rough wood with a soft velvet cloth. If you just drape the cloth over the wood remains rough. But if you rub the cloth back and forth rhythmically, the heat and friction smooth the surface, closing the pores, making it resilient and shiny. Walking is the act of polishing your arteries from the inside out. This friction is the language your body speaks. Without this audible friction, the cells lining your arteries fall asleep. They become complacent. They allow plaque to stick to them, like dust settling on a forgotten bookshelf. But when the flow creates that specific shear stress, that velvet polishing, the cells wake up. They realize the body is in motion, that the machine is being used, and they initiate a repair sequence that no pharmaceutical drug can perfectly replicate. It is the physical sensation of flow that tells your heart, we are alive, we are moving. Strengthen yourself. Now, let us descend into the microscopic realm to see how this friction translates into biology. We are now standing on the endothelium, the wallpaper of your blood vessels. It is a single layer of cells, incredibly fragile, yet it controls the health of your entire cardiovascular system. When the blood flow increases due to your walking, and that violin bow friction occurs, these endothelial cells distort slightly. They physically stretch in the direction of the flow. This mechanical deformation triggers a biochemical miracle. Imagine a fresh green mint leaf resting in a ceramic mortar. If you look at it, it smells faintly of green. But if you take a pestle and gently crush it, twisting it against the ceramic bowl, you rupture the microscopic oil glands, and suddenly the room is filled with a powerful, cooling aroma. The mechanical pressure released the chemical essence. In your arteries, the mint leaf is the endothelial cell, and the aroma is a gas called nitric oxide. This is the crux of the matter. The shear stress from walking forces your endothelial cells to manufacture and release nitric oxide. This gas is a ghost. It appears for only a few seconds before vanishing. But in those seconds, it performs 3 critical tasks. First, it signals the smooth muscle surrounding the artery to relax. This is vasodilation. The vessel widens, lowering your blood pressure instantly, not by force, but by relaxation. Second, nitric oxide acts like a Teflon coating. It makes the walls of your arteries slippery, preventing white blood cells and cholesterol from sticking and forming the deadly plaques that lead to heart attacks. And third, and perhaps most fascinating, it signals the mitochondria, the energy reactors inside your heart cells, to become more efficient. When you walk, you are not just burning fuel, you are tuning the engine. The presence of nitric oxide tells your heart muscle to consume oxygen more sparingly. It induces a process called mitochondrial biogenesis, literally the birth of new power plants within your cells. So, the heart doesn't just get stronger in the sense of a bicep lifting a weight, it gets smarter. It learns to do more work with less oxygen. This is why the runner's high or the clarity you feel after a walk isn't just psychological. It is a flood of oxygen and biochemical efficiency reaching your brain and heart, triggered solely by the friction of your own blood. You are manually overriding your body's decay settings with every step. In a world that constantly tries to sell us the next technological breakthrough in health, a new pill, a new surgery, a new device, it is humbling to realize that the most sophisticated cardiovascular protection requires no equipment, only gravity and will. We evolved to move. For millions of years, our ancestors walked to survive. Today, we walk to thrive. The silence of a sedentary life is deafening to our cells. They wither without the music of friction. So, the next time you feel resistance to leaving your chair, remember the violin. Remember that your heart is waiting for the bow to move across the strings. Remember that you have the power to manufacture the most potent vascular medicine known to science, simply by standing up. Walking is an act of self-respect. It is a declaration of life. If this journey into the microscopic universe of your own body has shifted your perspective, please consider supporting our independent research by clicking the Super Thanks button below. It is the fuel that keeps this channel running. And of course, if you haven't already, subscribe and turn on notifications. We are building a library of wonder here, and I don't want you to miss the next chapter. Until then, keep walking and keep wondering.